today we're a little late, about 15 minutes, but yeah, sometimes, I got things to do. I was on the phone for an hour and a half. Energies. Oh God. God bless our souls, right? Um, there was the energy report. I share it on the YouTube for it, but let's recognize the people here in the chat. It's Lisa. Hi, CF. Thank you. Hi, Diana. Thank you all for coming in. Good morning, and love to all of you and all that's gonna come into the chat. There was a Schumann resonance report that never within the past 22 years the energy was so strong than that. I spoke to hi, Christina. And I spoke to Nick, which is, you might see it here. He's Alchemy 333. Hi, Anne. Thank you for being here. Morning. And quite a few other people with all those mixed energies. I think this video is going to be very helpful today to some of you to find inner peace. Hey, John. Hi. Thank you for being here. But send my regards to Dubai, John. Okay. So the energy was hate, love, compassion, family, and money. And what is that energy, though? We're looking at that Mars, Uranus, and North Node. They are in Aries. Things didn't go your way, and that's for this development of primary hate, because things doesn't go your way. You haven't learned things. You're a primary force, and the primary force, it's kind of like it comes in like this. But then we have Venus in Taurus, which is the love. Venus is at home. And another thing is that we have the moon, and it's in Cancer. It's also home. And now we got all those signs for it, all this energy that piles it up and mixed and match from within us. It's kind of like I hate because I love him, but I hate myself because he loved me the way nobody loved me. And I love him for that. It was this kind of like a mixed up energy with everybody. The energies were strong. I was waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Right now it's 4 in the afternoon. So been up kind of like I tried to lay down, but the energies didn't stop. And finally I decided to get my butt and go to the beach. And went to the beach and did some, seriously grounding. Seriously, because you can't. You gotta ground. You gotta ground these energies because they go through you. They're collective. A lot of the people are like, "What the heck's going on to you?" I gave them the daily energy report, which is by hour of what's going on. So be patient with yourself. I haven't prepared really much for this video, but what I want to talk to you, it's very important. Okay, I want to talk to you from within me. Okay, hmm, we're gonna talking about illumination. That is the illuminations. Can be used not only for twin flames, but can be used for all the people to reach deep from within, and instead of have a me, to have a we. All that begins is when you begin to talk to someone. If they telling you, well, I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that, that is it coming from their needs. That's the needs from the ego, because they say I. Okay. If they say, I think we can do this, I think we can do that, that is a person who already knows how to be interdependent. Because a person who says I, It's codependency. I need you, I have to, I must to, and so on and so on. I can be used for when you do your inner work, your separate work. For example, I have to drive the kids to school. We can meet later. But here is you doing a single task, but then works with cooperation for it. Um, uh, Please stay to topic into questions and answers. Hi, CJ. Hi, Jenny. Thank you for being here. So, if you look at it here, I don't know if you see it very well, but in the bottom, that's me, and the top is we. Okay. I posted that as a thumbnail for the video. If you kind of like just frozen it on that, you can see it. Hi, Kush. Thank you for being here. Kush, you remind me about one movie. Mary Brother Killed Ilhan. Kush, probably you're laughing. You know what I'm talking about. Um, so during the primary union with your twin flame, and the primary union with your partner, okay, you pay attention on the we part, but the we part can be very tricky because you know each other, but you don't know each other the we part, okay, because of what I want from this relationship and what he wants from the relationship is not what we actually need within the relationship for happiness. So through some of the cases comes out that people getting married because of reasons. That could be religion, reasons, money. That could be um, prestige, to show off in front of everyone, whatever my case might be. But when you become an awakened, you understand that all this is one just big giant mask that you carry all the time within you, that you have to obey a certain things. You have to wear a certain things. You have to have certain income. You have to do this. You have to do that, and it's more exhausted than because you put all this energy to maintain that image, but you are exhausted because that image damaging you from within the soul. So. Hmm. And looking at this from within now, you as an awakened person, you're still going to have this codependency bringing in within that twin flame. Yeah, there's going to be the we part, same like a partnership, but within the we part, all of a sudden it begins to have the I part. And when the I part kicks in, then the ego, the battle of the ego within twin flames kicks in. Because they're not illuminated what twin flame is. They're not illuminated. When I begin to be awakened as a twin flame, there was a one post. It was very old, by the way. I kind of like digged it up. That was like 10 years ago or 7 years ago. I don't remember how many years ago it's been. Boy, it's been a long time. And they were talking about this illumination state. That illumination state is one of the both units that figure out that there is no I. But what did they illuminate themselves in? That their ego prevents them to be the happiest couples in the universe, together with divine. And through all the pain, to all the suffering, they understand the bad part. Why do they suffer? That elimination of the pain that they cause to each other, that is the pain that they needed to work through. because that pain was coming in from the ego. Okay, the ego wanted things, the ego wanted to control, but there is no control in the we. And that's what that's why the interdependence, it is a mutual agreement of we. Okay, not like the codependence. You go to work, I'll watch the kids. Okay, and here we go. There is no we. However, in these days, through this environment that we're looking into it, some of the people they're trying to get you before all this process is done. So a lot of the people getting married, and over the years, they find out the truth. It wasn't what you thought it was at the beginning. Why? Because of one or the other or both. They don't understand the we part. They weren't illuminated in the soul about the we part. Okay? And this illuminations comes in when you finally begin to understand from the divine and the soul that no more I. There is no I in the we, and there is no happy family if you have an I. I watch the kid for this, and what the heck are you doing? Here's a problem: the ego. You point yourself more. Another problem with the I is the control. One of the person wants to control anything and everything from within the connection, instead of having that we control with everything. Another problem could be with this I. It is about the inner peace that maintain the family together. You understand that there is no I within the family; is we are within the family. Um, because the future generations they're learning from that we part. Okay, but what is a we? We as a connection, cooperation, belong to each other, helpful, unifications together, all connection, union, um, joint assistance, compromise, generosity, generous, shared, mutuality, group, uh, commonality, inclusive. Okay, that's the part of we. Okay, that is the part of this we from within. And illumination is that when you focus on the we, the more that we grows. And when the we grows, then the illuminations begin that you are self sabotaging the connection because of the I. You not only sabotage the connections from within, but you sabotage your own self. You damage your twin, you damage your own self. You damage it not only, but you look at it, these situations. The more situations, the more harder they're going to become to be overcome. But when the illumination comes in and it's worked out the problems and they're corrected with actions, then within the both units begin again this bubble love as energy that comes in. You go back to this primary energy that was given to God, but now it's 10 times stronger. That was explained in this article. I may have it saved somewhere in the United States. Maybe someday I would find it and pull that up because I believe I saved it for maybe it's one of the old hard drives that I have there. But that's what it was talking about. That when the both souls illuminated, the God comes in and illuminates them. So if you can imagine that the connections of these illuminations is 10 times stronger than your ignition, you can imagine what's waiting for you on the other side when you leave your ego, put it aside. This is going to be the sundown of the ego and rising of the soul. Basically, that is going to be when the moon rises up during the night and the sun comes down. Okay, because the sun, it represents I part, while the moon represents the motions, the vibrations. Okay, that's what that represents. And when those two are coming together, I with we, I will mutually agree to be part of the we, and you mutually agree to be part of the we, and the things begin to be understood that whatever you focus on it, that's where it grows. Okay. Solar flare doesn't really change humans into superhumans. No, it doesn't. Kush, but we're talking about that everyone felt this solar flare energies for it. But we're talking about also the planet's positions were kind of like a crazy. So doing your inner work within you, you looking at your past relationships. And here is the good part of the illumination. Like primary to meet the twin flame, the soul mate, the soul connection, you had a two types of relationships or three types of relationship, which is they prepare you what to do, what not to in a relationship, where to be, where not to be. And now when you this connection comes in and God gets involved into it, you already learn the good and the bad and the ugly and everything from within you. And the twin flames triggers you to do this inner work. Basically, the twin flame brings all these things that you haven't worked that out throughout this period. And that's why a lot of the people is like, why so hard to get in union? Yeah, it's hard because if you're lazy, you don't do your inner work, or you don't recognize your faults, or you have so much pride from within, then it's like, I'm always right, or I'm always like this, or I'm always been acting like this, and I always do these things. Guess what happens? It turns that out into the same mistakes, and now you work them out with. You don't work them out, and it gets worse. And that's what a lot of the people are in this tears and all this energy right now that comes in. It's just brings that out on the surface. But if you look at the both sides of the coins that we talked about earlier, oh, that's better. Hi, Dennis, or Dennis, Denise. Thank you for being here. And this illumination, when you look at the both sides of the coins from within you, what was I and what was we, and what's union and what's with God. And when you illuminate yourself that you looking for someone to satisfy your needs within the relationship, that was I part. I need this person to cook for me. I need this person to give me money. Okay, so that is I. But within we have to find a way to make money, and we have to figure out the cooking. Here is. It's the we. It's more easier when two people come together with one common goal. Every time when this energy of we, especially if you had experiences with being the we state, you understand what there is. But every time when the I walks in again, then there is a problem. It wasn't clear. It wasn't allowed. The ego wasn't allowed from within. So now you're here working on your ego, working on your inner work, and you realizing you're in this new state, you're a new state of being, that you are ready for this we parts for. The illumination comes in when the both two come together and they're like, yeah, we mistake that, we crapped out you, we did crazy things, and we did all the stupid things, but guess what? We can't change what it is. And right now, this energy of love and hate and family and all that mixed up energy probably is going to bring your twin flame connections to this illumination. But illumination comes in when you understand the good and the bad part. Illumination state is also when both units fully in depth understand both energies, which is masculine and feminine energy. It's not like he's the divine masculine and I'm the divine feminine. No, you already create separations there from within you. One of the biggest separation, it's for that reasons. You still don't understand feminine energy. How are you going to live with feminine energy if you're divine masculine? It's not going to work. It's the same thing if you're divine masculine and you have no divine feminine. How are you going to work with this energy? It's not going to work. You're learning it. You're learning it the other side. And that's what illumination process is. When you learn the other sides, now the both two sides are equal. They're coming together. And now instead of being a codependent, okay, they're dependent on each other. Now they are mutual from within. They are interdependent. The interdependency, if you take a look, that is a when two company creates a one product. So, for example, there is a company that producing these markers, okay, but there is a one company that makes everything else of plastic to supply this. So now the one company supplies all the plastic pieces, and the other company that does the final assembly, okay, it's producing the rest of the parts in assembly. So now within the mutual agreement, they have a product. But the product that within the twin flame is the we and the love and the compassion that has to be shared throughout the world to change for better things. Mm. So it's hard to go into union with twin if they are attacked by false twin and others as well. You need to understand before illumination state. I'm giving you this right now. Before illumination state, you are false twin flame. You are not true to yourself. When you become to your true self, to yourself, and you're true with the divine, now you can state that you're true twin flame. If your counterpart is not truth within themselves, even though that they state it, they know from deeply from within that that is the truth, and the truth is the one that leads them the way, but they don't act upon it. They just know. They know that deeply from within them, they know, but the ego prevents them. Okay, they become false twin because they don't work within the truth. Because if someone wrote you everything about the truth, they knows about the truth, but they don't perform, the lack of actions determines the reality. And that's what that is. Okay. So we can't have a 0 times 1 to be 1 union. 2. It ain't gonna happen. Somebody is not one within themselves. The union begins from within yourself. So yeah, we still have not figured out that we need to have more respect to the spiritual connections. we're still lacking the value and the respect towards the divine connections from within us. This is not like child's games or playing a games with love, thinking that it's something you are now in a sacred relationship, and that's what a lot of the people mistaking this. Twin flames can be only together when they awaken. One comes to unconditional love. Exactly. But what is the unconditional love? Okay. Where there is no conditions. But who sets up the conditions? The ego. The soul doesn't set conditions. The soul just see what the conditions are, and they make mutual agreement to act upon the situations and the conditions. That is a huge difference because there is a mutuality in there. And the mutuality with unconditional love, it is without you set up a requirement. So, for example, the one has to walk the dog and the one has to cook. Okay, well, I'll take the dog out and you make a breakfast. I'll come back. We're going to have a breakfast and we're going to go to work. Okay, mutual understanding, but it's a separation task. But other than that, it's we. It's you, your partner, and the dog. Still, well, we don't exclude anything like this. So, John, you are right. They gotta have both the unconditional love. If they have a conditions like, well, you have to make money, you have to support me, you have to buy me this, you need to do this and that, and listen, I don't need this kind of a man. I don't need. Anytime when you see that I don't need this kind of a man, that is their ego. Probably the deepest part of their ego comes out of that. Okay, because they don't look the we part. They look I, what it's for me. And when you have communications and you hear I, that is ego. Okay, that is a individual, orthodox, separate individual, detached, independent, isolated, um, exclusive, alone, uh, apart, personal, solitary, solo spatial, and selfish. Let's see, disconnected. So that's kind of like the words they are up here. Um, Unconditional love is hard to get into. Lots of work on yourself. It needs to be done first. Yes. That is it when you reach the 100% state of love. You're right, John. That's what this is. And it's not something you can do just with flipping a switch. And it's like, yeah, I want to love unconditionally. No, you got to prove it. Prove it with actions that you love unconditionally. Uh, get that things together. Illumination state is that you decide to have this union with your twin because of what you feel from within, deep from within your soul. The collective dreams, the collective energy, the collective um, unification part of partnership, not a relationship, not a situationship. Um, okay, we're talking about deeply from within this unconditional love to rule. And now when the divines comes in, and the miracles begins to perform within this magical connection. But the divine has to figure out that, yeah, you have this unconditional love from within you. You already have it. It's there. Show it to me. And once they show it, the divine is like, okay, you're ready. And that's what this, yeah, exactly. Unconditional love doesn't mean that you have to be unconditional doormat and put up with the unconditional bullshit of if your twin flame, it's in their ego, okay? And they have a toxic relationships before. Guess what happens for it? They will have all the fear within them because they were in toxic relationship from before, or they have toxic traits from friends, family, or so on and so on. You will realize this unconditional love when you've been used as a doormat, Empress. Very good point in here. But when you show up the unconditional love, you show the unconditional love of what it is. And that unconditional love really deep down there within your soul, really uh, they get it. Okay, they begin to look for that love everywhere else because their ego is not satisfied, because the ego never satisfied. You can't satisfy the ego. The more you satisfy the ego, the more the ego wants. Okay, the ego, it's never pleased, never pleased. The moment you please the ego becomes to ask for something new, something more. Okay, but when you show up the unconditional love and you show up all this, you put in as an examples and everything. That is the one of the parts that when you understand that the unconditional love, it's not unconditional bullshit. You don't have to put up with unconditional bullshit. You'll find out that you have to act from within your masculine energies. From within, it's like, you know what? I mean, what's going on with the we part here? Okay. What's going on with accountability? What's going on with this toxic traits, or why you allowing this toxic behavior from yourself or from your kids, or what's going on? You begin to question all this, and now this masculine energy is going to be really coming out. So mm, yeah, very good. Thank you, Diana, that you brought that in. Agape is the selfless love. That is a when you have this selfless love from within you to be helpful, to be selfless, to think about others more than you think about yourself. This is when you give. That is a compassion towards others, to have the pain of others from within you. That's the empathic for it. Affectionate love, that is like when you see somebody, it's like, I love him. It's just affecting you, and you are so crazy with your energy, and your heart can get out of your chest. But that is affection. Okay. Still not full love, but that is affection. Okay. Over the time, when you begin to understand what real love is, then the affectionate love, it's kind of like drops down. Um, Pragma in inspirational. Uh, exactly, that's what there was. Diana, if there was a medal or something, I will give it to you. I mean, there is something that I can make and ship it to you. I'll probably do because you are doing all this things. But when you combine all those loves, okay, including the Ludos. Okay, don't exclude the Ludos love. But now, instead of you to be all this sexual with others, you have that intimacy, sexuality with your partner. That intimacy, that it's in whole another level, because all the loves now they are combined from within you. Okay, and the universe will test you. Yes, they will test you about it. The end of there, oh stop, no, I won't stop. You're just what? I'm telling the truth. Look at that. I mean, you get the right post, you help out in the chat room, and here we go. They give you the medal, the Lower Empress. Thank you. Thank you guys for. Let's give a love to Diana, okay? So that's when the magic begins. That's what everybody wants. But between I want and I do stays one thing: actions. Because when I want, I do, and I got is that action part. That is the journey of you doing all this work. So thanks, Yef, for. And once you eliminate all this and you get in at that love, you get in at this state, and you shining bright, and God gives you now this energy. Now you feel it towards the other person, but the other person doesn't feel it, and now you're like shocked. What I'm going to do? I did this elimination state. Now it's between them and the divine. You have no job there. That is a part of the divine timing. When the divine find them that they qualified as illumination, and they can become a union, then the divine illuminates all three. The divine close the loop of that triangle. That is a you guys see it before. I wrote that before. uh, so here's the universe, which is divine. That's you. That's them. Okay, so now there is no connections between you two, only connections through the divine. So you become illuminated, you reach that half. So now this part is fulfilled, and divine will work on this to be fulfilled. Then the divine makes that line of new base that it's based out of the illumination. Oh, there you go. You made a comment to regard divine connection being sacred. We can just blame ourselves how we respond. Yeah. But once you learn it, that you are a twin flame, once you learn that is, don't worry about a society. You already know the society don't understand twin flames, and they never will. Some of the psychologists they talking about that twin flames is some kind of like screwing up. But when a psychologist becomes a twin flame, oh boy, now you're talking. You see what's going on within there, and they're like, now everything I learned from before about human behaviors and the based of psychology, it went out of the window. Why? Because it's easy to talk about twin flames when you're not a twin flame. Okay? And psychology wise, yes. But when you reach deep inside of the soul, which is that's what happens, guess what happens? They come to look for a help for a twin flames, because right now, the psychology wise, it's uncomprehendable for them. They don't understand things that they're deeply from within. So yeah, it is about you to treat it, this divine connection with sacred from within. Really, that is a gift. Imagine that divine come to you and hand you out a water from the paradise to open up your eyes and wash your eyes, okay? So you can be able to see within your soul. And guess what? You're kind of like throw it out of the window. You need to understand that twin flame is a very sacred energy, very sacred love, very sacred within the heart and the soul and within the universe. It's not only a something that can be kind of like politely taking or something to it. So only people understand a twin flame is a twin flame. Exactly. Hi, Dio. Where I connect to the divine and the last TF person seems relevant. His energy is everywhere and it's okay. All the stuff that made me cry, my heart for the fast, it doesn't matter now. Yeah, but those cry, Carl. Carl Lucy, hello, thanks for being in chat. For John, you are totally correct on this. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is the more truth you find from within, the more true twin flame you begin, and the more you distance from twin flames energies, videos, or something that doesn't resonate with it, that you're looking for the truth. You're still the truth seeker. But when you find the truth of instead of I, you become we, and you're ready to be that we, then you illuminate yourself on that state. You're ready for that stage. Yeah, the more I connect to the divine, Carl, you're already forgetting the cry that you had for 5 years because you already healed. Once you cry yourself out and there is no more crying, no more pain, no more things, look 5 years ago, where were you? And look 5 years where you are. What is your understanding deep from what you knew about love, about partnership, about the sacred divine connections from what you knew with the divine? And you will understand that all that cry was worth it out. All the pain was worth it. And that's going to be one of the illumination stated. The pain that you went through was worth it because it made you to be this person that you are right now, a fully developed person. Diana, psychologists have many taboo topics they refuse to touch. Anything esoteric, spirituality, don't dismiss as very scary personal experience. I share with some of you I share with some of you the one of the videos that they were talking about the mirroring neurons and the CHAT system. And when you talk to a psychologist and they're talking to you about the mirroring effect, and they begin to say that this is a bipolar thing, and you all talk within your own situation, and you bring them the medical records of all this, and it's been medically proven that communications between the humans happens by using mirroring neurons and CHAT system, and they don't know what to say. They don't. And that is what we use I mean, we develop from within. Okay, and now there's a medical services that to it. Now, let me tell you that the psychology is beginning to evolve. I see a lot of psychologists begin to write now psychology of the soul. A lot of the astrologers they're looking into astropsychology. Okay, so the things are getting improved, but they're not in the level to catch up with us. They still got long to go. I mean, not about using the ego or anything, but uh, they still have things to catch up for it because if you go and you spoke with some of the professionals, psychologists, yeah, they come off the books that they know about psychology is because they study it, but they don't have the experience within the soul to look for it. Once one of the psychologists experienced in twin flames, oh, you see it. Oh yeah, there it's different story. So oh wow, John, you make me laugh. Um, uh, uh, I believe I will find. Don't tell people your twin flame is separation. Tell them your ex partner put a love spell on you. They will understand that better. Put a spell on you. Okay. Yeah, because often or not, but some twin flames they use in their love spells. Yeah, they do. Okay. Yeah, they do. The desperations sometimes within the twin flames, it's like uh, I mean, I can tell you some stories. John, why you put me in this energy now? You make everybody laugh now. I mean, the desperation of some of the people to have that twin flames. They're like, I will do a magic potion. I will do this cleansing. I feel like he doesn't see good energies in me. I can do this egg cleaning. I will do this um, meditations for manifestations. I know this guru that they do this, and my twin flame will come. And I mean, yeah, I mean, it is funny because sometimes when you get these people that come to me, it's like, well, I did this manifestations. It was this candle, and it was this things, and that was this workshop, and all this and all that, and everything else. And Gio, why don't get my twin flame? When are the people gonna figure that out? Don't do magic, especially if you're in a twin flame. It'll backfires to you. You playing here with the divine connections. Divine doesn't allow magic. Magic is 4D. You're 5, 6, 7D. The magic doesn't work. And they come to me is like, dear, why this doesn't work? And I have to teach them that they can play within the divine. It doesn't work that way. It never will. It's not designed. Magic works into lower vibration realms. In 3D, maximum 4D. That's it. After the 5D, magic doesn't work. God is involved in there. 3 and 4D, that's magic, yeah. There, yeah, you can do that. But if you do a magic, for example, a love spell to a someone in the 3D and then he had as a husband, that's all you know, then you get the magic and you perform it to a twin flame, ain't gonna work. They're not gonna put up with this. Divine not gonna put it up. And then it's gonna be really, I mean, some of the people ask me why I lost everything in life. Ask yourself why you lost everything in your life. You did something that you should have not done in the first place. But that was good, John. Oh man, you made me laugh. Also, I had people coming in from um, somebody coached them on a certain things, and they're like, "Well, Dio, I did this and this, and they promised me that I'm gonna get my twin flame if I do this and this, and I haven't get it with my twin. They promised me skip divine time. You can't skip divine time. Divine time is sacred. Learn this, okay? Yeah, but yeah, John, you just yeah. The depths of soul is territory not made for science. It's actually love to hear psychologists have tried to explain such a spiritual phenomenon. Beloved Empress, by the way, I want to tell you, I want to mention you about Einstein. He says one thing: the more I find God in the universe, the more I understand that there is much more science behind all this. And uh, a lot of the people and today's even Elon Musk trying to develop this interface within the human brain and the mirroring neurons and CHAT, just so they can access this secret knowledge that we have in the subconscious, because it's there. In emergency situations, if you need to, if you're twin flame, in emergency situations, something happens, you will know how to act, react, and operate. And you have knowledge inside of you there, like, holy crap, how did I know this? This is a gift. You need to understand, once you awakened and you awaken in the high levels, these things are, yeah, very high level. So, but the depth of our soul, it's like the universe. There is no end in there. There isn't. They know that the brain contains all the information through the DNA and develop the memories, which is they're put in into the brain. They already know that. They're already working on technology of this. Okay, they're already working on it, and they're working hard. But they need to understand you can't work on something that it was developed for a certain purpose. It's for the divine purpose. Eventually, they will make a breakthrough. But once they make the breakthrough, they will understand they should have never made it, because that's going to be coming into another crash from within. And all this artificial intelligence crap, it's going to lead to another crash, another disaster for it. Get federate. Hi, welcome here, Sam. Welcome here. Somebody's calling me, doesn't understand that I am in a video chat. So I'm going to be turning off my phone. So, all right. But I'm not 12 version because God wants it. Christine, about this comment, 12th dimension is so high, I won't make a comment on that, okay? That is not Diana, but as you climb up a different dimension, as you progress, you have to deal with the magic of others. I have no idea how much magic have been done to me and Twin. Yeah, you gotta deal with it, because the magic actually, it's energy, and you can feel this energy when you go into the lower vibes. As soon as you lower down your vibrations, okay, there is this energy begins to be activated. Will bug you when you're in the higher dimensions, though. It's gonna be feel like unfinished business. One of the unfinished businesses, creation of karma. Can you imagine that you have unfinished business with someone? They don't want to finish the business, but you don't want to have a karma. But guess what? Now they drag it with you because they have something with you. And through some of the twin flames that comes in, they really have to fix these situations. That is one of the reasons why there is an age gap, by the way. There is an age gap because throughout the two different generations, it is most common. It's like 11, 12 years. Within the twin flames, they asked me a question a long time ago, why is it 11 years or 12 years? It's kind of like more common between the twin flames. And I explain it to them. The one develops the other, but the other enhance the other. For example, the older helps the younger one to develop things that needs to grow, while the younger one enhance the older for it. So they're working on this. I mean, you guys know through some of you, you have your twin flames age gaps. So we talk about this age gaps before. So yeah, but magic within twin flames, it's this crap's gonna go away. The magic crap's gonna go away, and they know about it. Okay, now this is gonna stay in the age of Pisces because Pluto right now there is in Capricorn. It's gonna tear them apart. This transformation, this toxic manipulations and so on, because magic actually is a toxic manipulation against somebody. This is the ego performance of doing energy work, because the magic is energy work, okay, to manipulate something for their own benefits. You need to understand that now, when Pluto is going to be transitioning in Aquarius, within 2 years, all that crap, it's going to be kind of like, even if they do it, whoever does the magic, it's going to backfire on them automatically. The universe is going to be unforgiven about this. I mean, it's going to become like, because you can't just go and this kind of like a higher level that the divine wants us in. You're bringing all this uh, 10, 12,000 years old manipulations tactics into the new age of Aquarius. No, it's not going to work. Every time you try to do magic, guess what? It's going to blow up in your face. I mean, like that guy from Harry Potter, there was all the time doing something, something blows up his face. And everybody's wondering what's going on. Yeah, I mean, all right. Um, yeah, Diana, but that energy that it's already been pre-made has to be transformed. And the way it's transformed is you to illuminate yourself that love heals everything. And that magic can transform by love. It's by confessing that, yeah, I did magic. I did magic on you because I love you and I want you to forgive me about it. So you confess and you say the truth, and it is now says like, yeah, I did it because I was desperate. And now, oh, I figured out you were desperate. I knew that you were desperate. Okay, I felt like something you've done a magic. Okay, so it's time for to forgive you, and I understand why you did it, because you did it of desperation not to lose me, but that was your ego. Okay, and you put your fears up front. So now you know how to forgive, but without all this process, okay, of repentance and confessions, and after that actions and asking for forgiveness, The forgiveness doesn't work at all. If that it's not spoken, it turns to karma. And whoever did it, they're gonna get it back. That's what the flashback is. Blow back to the sender. So you guys gonna experiencing if someone's done that. So, for example, if they manipulate some kind of situations or money or something on it, and then all of a sudden they have no money, all of a sudden nothing's working on their life, and they wonder why. Magic backfires on you. Uh, CJ, yes, Diana had no idea there will be black magic done towards me. Putting in the floor got me being meaningful. CJ, when you crossing to the new path and the 7D, uh, you cross to that gate. Okay, that gate is it's already protector of magic. Magic doesn't work there. That's the seventh heaven. Magic is totally not working there. Let me tell you, this you go through this gate, and the divine puts you through it. Guess what? Because you're true to inflame. You show the truth to the divine, and you show through actions. That's how I get through there. They don't work. You can feel it. It comes to you. You might have a dreams and all the dark things on it for it. But I deal with some of the twin flames that you feel that energy of magic that it's been put up on them, and it's like I don't know what's going on. And it's here, this is what you have to do to counterattack it and go and increase the high vibes and get this makeup and do this for 21 days and put this in your room, and guess what? That energy is not coming. And they call later on, deal, I'm like, don't worry about how I know. It's just what you need to do. Okay. Let's not talk about magic. Okay. It's a low vibe thing. We're talking here for illumination about love. Okay. Not all that stuff. Mm. What did I miss? I miss a lot in the chat. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Beautiful statement. Essence is different than the mathematics of vibrations. Well, of course, because, for example, magic, okay, all right, final thing. Magic vibrates, for example, and at 200 hertz vibes, okay, up to 200. But you are right now in the seventh heaven. You are in the 700 hertz. I mean, it doesn't matter what kind of radio you get, your radio begins from 700. There is no way to go down to lower it to a 200. Okay? There is no way. All right? But if your radio begins from 100 hertz to 300 hertz, guess what? The magic that it's at 200 hertz is going to hit you. So that's what there is that sometimes people want to bring your vibrations down so the magic to work. They can trigger you to get angry, to get mad, to all that crap in order to lower down your vibes. But if you keep your vibes up, okay, then things not gonna work. Some people don't know that though, but you know, we're just sharing it here. All right. I know some of you laughing on it. I know you guys. Is the energy doing us let us sleep tonight? Maybe yes, maybe no. I look at it. Let me see. Very good questions about the energy tonight because I want to sleep. And if I cannot sleep, then I mean that the energies are. Let's see. Well, the moon it goes to Leo, so um, 10 p.m. 1 hour. The energy is going to be pretty much the same as yesterday. So, uh, yeah, expect some high energy again. All right. Only difference is that we can have a little bit of calm down from the moon um, moves into a Leo because it's not anymore cardinal about the family. So the intense energy that about having a family with your twin, or the intense energy about family's issues and so on and so on, will calm down. But the energy of uh, the ego is going to be boosted a little bit. But what's going to be boosted is also the divine warrior from within. If you haven't watched the daily astrology gravitational report, I suggest you to watch it because there will be a trines in there that's going to be connecting with. And the moon is going to actually, through the heart energy, is going to help you to understand these hard things. And if you transform, then that's going to help you to illuminate yourself, to go up from within. So, all right. Another important point: illumination. Speak the truth, even if you're alone. Better the way universe wants to hear the truth. Talk your way out of karma. Diana, yeah, but uh, okay. Let me have a cigarette. Thanks, Diana. That is a good point. Uh, so, wow, 22 people watching and 11 likes. Good number. I like it. All right. So here is you and them, whatever that them are. Okay. So now you have this situation. Okay. Now you solve your part of the situations, but they didn't. So as a whole, the situations is only a 50% done. Okay. Now you're going up to the divine, to the universe. Okay. And you ascend. All right. You're not here anymore. And the karma is looking at up here and it says, like, this situation's here was only 50%. That is an unfinished business. So there is a cause and effect here. So now you come down here and the karma says, oh, this you here, I'm going to put you again. Okay. I'm going to put you again in this situation because it's a 50%, wasn't finished business. Oh, by the way, you guys wasted so much energy. So right now, I'm going to go ahead, instead of being 50%, I'm going to put it 100%. And now you have to solve the same situations for it. Some people think that when they are sent and the karma is not going to come back to them. No, the karma works of the truth. Okay, you may did your job out of the truth, but if the whole situation doesn't come to the ultimate truth, which is the truth is the way it is, guess what happens? Karma is come after it. Okay, until you don't solve situation, until the things are not get done the way they're supposed to done. And the worst karma that you can have if you promise the divine, the universe. Oh yeah. That's why within the sacred unions, within the twin flames unions, that's why it's so hard from within them, because they feel this pressure from the universe. You're feeling it, those pressures. You know those pressures, right? You've been working it with those pressures because guess what? You have a contract here with the divine. I will do whatever it takes to fulfill my contract so I don't develop a karma. But that is a spiritual karma with divine. Okay. That is totally different and the other things. But Diana, very good point for it. Oh my, more peace opportunity to learn. Yeah, we're learning every day. We illuminate ourselves. I mean, you also illuminate yourself about this, that you have a contract with the universe. It is what it is. So, yeah. Did you guys like the video, the topic, and the knowledge that we put together for you guys? And Diana, I want to say personally thank you to you and everyone participate now in the chat. You guys bring a lots of things for it. Um, for it. Maybe that's why some leave the planet sooner or later, because their soul contract is done with divine. Yeah, when a contract expires, you may be gonna pulled up. You may, but if you have karma with someone, you stay for it. You may see so many people they stay to very long age and they suffering, or you see people they are very sick, they have a multiple sicknesses, or they have a work on the karma. The karma becomes a physical sickness. Okay. Some of the people they have a physical sicknesses because of their ego is too strong. It's too much power, and the anger that creates from within. They basically lose the dopamine, and for a second, when they lose the dopamine, they lose consciousness, and they just drop where they are. They just drop where they are. Some of the people are like this because of karma issues. Yeah. Mm. There was a one video of Andre. He was talking about all those dopamine and all those chemicals in your brain that creates with your vibrations. CC, if your twin doesn't do the 100%, you come back. But don't forget, right now we are in a very special moment of this journey that help for the twin flames to do the necessary job, the sacrifices, the pain, the tears, go through the motions, go through the journey, and being tough and rough is all about the future generations. Always think about that you're doing a sacred work for the future generations. That was the same sacred work when the people who begin to see the wonders of the previous eras. Okay, you can take the Sumerians, you can take the Egyptians, you can take it in any other religions. Either as a Sufism, if you want, or the Zen, the Buddhism, the Tao, or Christianity. For it, they all knew this, all of it. So if your twin flame doesn't get it together, you're probably gonna get together maybe up in some other realm, or you gonna come back here and fulfill your missions next life. or however the divines find that out. Uh, so right now, what's the humanity goes through it, it's like seeing the good and the bad. And seeing the good and the bad is to illuminate yourself about the good and the bad. How good can it be? And why is not that good? Because so much bad is over there. And I have to fix the bad in me to work with the good in me, to have the inner peace within me so I can be what I'm meant to be. And that's what that is. So, Chrissy B, they just drop. Some of there was a lot of people who something happened when they go to their twin flame or their twin flame goes to them because of angers or something or issues or situations. There has been an accidents with some of the people who goes to their twin flames because of desperation. People that I know, there's been a lot of cases of doing hurry up and a purpose, and yeah, but you need to understand that some of the things that once the soul begins to awaken, why your vibrations are higher, it is because if in a normal situation, for example, your brain produce 5 milligram dopamine or 5 milligram adrenaline, and awakened state, you're probably producing maybe 25, 30 milligrams of each. And that's how you are able, your body, to feel the higher vibrations than before. But if you turn it down to the lower vibes for it, you actually stop producing it. One of the reasons that the dark night of the soul comes in is because of lack of the dopamine. Uh, that's the one that responding for love. The ego is stressed out, and when the ego is stressing out, the stress is so much, so it stops producing that important enzymes within your brain. Oh yeah, I know people, and I do some strange words. Yes, Sisi. Kayanes hanma now inaye handa. Don't know what I said, but I said what I said. Sometimes it's like I'm singing very old songs. Tindavo yene amarandu indande o meranda. I don't know. They come up onto it. Uh, so sometimes when I healing people, I use kind of like a very strange language. I don't know what that is, but it works every time. So yeah, probably a lot of you have it from within you. So CC, you're not the only one, so you're not crazy. You can go punch some people drawing things. By the way, if you're drawing hieroglyphs, some sort, and things from within you, so you will realize things. So yeah, we have things in our brains that everybody wants to know. Can you imagine that? We have things more than we have the whole universe in our heads, but it can't open everything. You may not develop yet, but our future generations, especially generations of awakened twin flames, oh yeah, oh, they can do more stuff than us. They already they already have all the tools and all the genetic material from within them to handle more than we do, because we improve We have changed the DNA for that specific improvement. Now, since they have it since birth, they evolve in life. They're gonna evolve that pretty much. So, all right, guys. Okay. Let's see. What do you guys want to talk about tomorrow? Energy, astrology, twin flames, or God's regiment for twin flames is great for wants to be leaders. If you want to lead others, you must sacrifice what you love the most. Yeah, you have to sacrifice the one that you love the most. There is always a part of the sacrifice, but there is also a part that after the sacrifice, from what you knew, there is also appreciation of the divine from what you knew. And if you're looking for the appreciation, and just because you know for the appreciation and you're doing the sacrifice, it's not going to work. But if you genuinely sacrifice yourself within the journey and you genuinely are here for serving, you will be experiencing totally different situations for it. So, but don't forget that there is a coaches, there is a teachers, there is a performers, there is a people who are going to be a politicians. The twin flame is going to go through all the sphere of life. So yeah, do you have to sacrifice your twin in order to fulfill the divine missions? Maybe yes, maybe no, depends on it. But if you have to be with the twin flame just to release the energy that is in between you and your twin flame and just give it out to the world, divine's gonna come up after all this, Diana. So yeah. What do you guys want to talk tomorrow? We can talk for upcoming energies, which is they are not very very positive, I would say, in that case. But there is some positive effects from it. Okay, we need to understand that the good comes for the purposes to understand the bad, but the bad comes in to see how good can we be. So yeah. So what do you guys want to talk about tomorrow? Any ideas? Oh, by the way, we're gonna do the workshop that we're planning on Saturday, and I'm thinking on Saturday we're gonna starting at 6 p.m., which is gonna be at 2 hours after the regular 4 o'clock. So that way you guys can do your things that you need to do and be prepared for a 4 hours video conference. Chrissy B, what I said about they just drop, that happens to the people who lose conscience when they lose dopamine. Okay, that's what this is. Uh, it's not that to talk more about it. It's more medical situations because of lack of dopamine within your brain that keeps your heart to beat and to produce uh, the life enzyme in your brain. All right. Anyone has any ideas? Come up with it. Let me see what's the tomorrow's energy. Anyway, what are you guys thinking? 24 hours forward. What are we going to have in 24 hours? Venus choice energy. Mars is there. Saturn. Pluto. Oh, we got that. But what are we going to talk about? I don't know. Okay, thanks for explaining. I missed you explaining it. That's okay. Chrissy, just rewatch the video and watch the video, and you're going to get it. Okay. So it's not that. Because people don't watching their ego. They don't watch this. Happens when the ego is so big. So, for example, if you vibrating on 100 hertz, average human being, okay, but your ego creates so much lower vibrations. So now you go to a 50 hertz, okay. Then your super ego kicks in, and now you become 0 hertz. So guess what? You have no frequency to operate. And when there is no frequency to operate because of your anger and so much, then all of a sudden you lose conscience. That's what this is, Chrissy. Okay, it's totally opposite. If your vibration goes from 100 hertz, okay, you become within love in your heart. That's 200 hertz. Okay, you begin up that you have the love vibrations coming out of you. That it's 300 hertz. Okay, now you begin within the soul, and you go to a 500 hertz, and you get to your angelic state, which is 700 hertz, for example. Okay, you see the difference, right? So that's what this is, the lower and the higher realm of things for you. So hey guys, you don't want to. There is a 23 people watching, and nobody has idea or some questions that we are going to talk about tomorrow. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess I'll think about something. Okay. Let's see. I'll think about something. What can I think? What can I think? My brain is out too. Thank you for the confirmation, Maria. Okay. Yeah, that was a very good video because he did a lot of cleaning. All right. You guys want to do a video from low vibes to high, from low emotions to the high vibrations? How you guys like that? That sounds good. All right. From low emotions to high vibes. Okay. Oh, hey, Sam. Thanks. Okay. That's what we're going to work tomorrow. And we're going to be dealing with the high vibes. And hopefully, we'll increase a little bit the vibrations because lately the vibrations been low, low, low. And how low can you go? Um, Healing frequency, CC. Now, the healing frequencies are attached to the emotions. Uh, yes, there is a lot of frequencies. So, you guys want me to talk about the frequencies or vibes? Oh, God bless my soul. Frequency. Okay, I think the frequency is. Hmm, hmm. All right. Who is going for a low from low emotions to high vibes, and who is interested more into the frequencies that we pick it up? You guys decided. So say what your choice is. Okay. So just put vibes or frequency. Uh, okay. All right, I'll do both. Okay, you guys got me so confused. So let's not make any more confusions. Um, so the emotions when you're a human being, Diana. I'll do both, guys. Okay. So let me just kind of like close the video. I love you so much. Thank you. I love you, guys. Let's share some love. You know what? I'll share some. Let me give you some love here. I appreciate you. There we go. So your emotions that you feel of love and everything, they turn to vibrations, and the vibrations they turn to this emitting energy that's from within you. However, your brain has a radio from within that wherever you tune your radio, that's what frequencies you pick that up. And one of the reasons why twin flames don't connect to each other because they are not in the same frequency. Okay, so the vibes that you're vibrating as a human being, they're depending on your emotions. Okay, so they're working together, emotions and vibrations. However, your frequency that you are operate your brain can be attached to these vibrations, but if you're not evolved, you can be able to hear it. So they're coming in together, but they're operating kind of like all from within. You gotta unite them from it. So that's why when Diana says frequencies, I'm like, oh God, we just add the next through it. So yeah, you can pick it up a frequency from the universe. You can pick frequencies from For example, you can pick up a frequency from Jupiter that you want to grow on something within your brain, but you feel sad about it. So you emitting vibrations of sadness, but your brain thinks about what to grow from within, and you will feel these differences from within you. What time tomorrow, CC? Usually they are at 4 p.m. Bulgarian time. It's been like uh, standard. Okay. So right now it is about 6. So whatever your time is, 2 hours prior. So usually I'm not late, just I'm late very, very seldom. Okay. Frequency vibrations, think I understand. This doesn't create dissonance. There is a dissonance and resonance, and you guys gonna get me crazy going on tomorrow with all this, because we have the ability as a the dolphins. You send something, you receive right away. Oh God, all be good talk tomorrow. That's what I say. All right, guys, I want to give you so much love. Ground yourself out, because the energies tonight, they're going to be similar to the energies there were. But there's going to be some shift of the moon going to Leo. You need to understand one thing, though. You all have a Leo from within you, somewhere in your chart. Okay? The most important part of Leo in the astrology, that is it when the king become wise. And a lot of the kings are not wise, because that's what their lessons are. So thinking about you, what kind of wisdom you need to gain from within. And I will give you a little clue. The thing that you cannot achieve is your lesson to achieve, and wisdom of that. Okay? That's best echolocators and drop effects. Chrissy B. I'm Leo Sun and Rising. Oh wow, Chrissy, you are going to feel it, because I don't know what degrees you're rising. Okay, and what degree? If you are born within July's uh, dates, tomorrow you're gonna feel some energy. Okay, for it. But if you are born like pretty much in the last decade, you ain't gonna feel it now, but you're gonna feel it probably tomorrow, because the moon is gonna be there. CJ, Leo's son, yeah, that's also applied to you, sir. CJ, okay, but you guys have all Leo from within, all of it. I do have it. Okay, it's in my first house. Okay, my ascendant, it's Cancer, but my first house contained the both two, which is Cancer and Leo. And then my second house begins from Leo and goes into a Virgo. And then my third house is Virgo, which is my friends are healers. Yeah, that's what that is. My friends are healers. And my fourth house is Libra, which is home, is the love and the partnership. So if you guys need a help with charts, you guys know where to find me on the Facebook. You can contact me, and we'll look at your charts. Okay, guys? All right. Thank you guys for being. And tomorrow we're going to come back for emotions, vibrations, and frequencies. All right, guys. So thank you so much, and be love, guys. Maybe one day I will do some astrology talk, and we're going to talk on your astrology questions. How about that? Someday. You guys welcome, and be love, and I'll see you tomorrow.